Of course, it's not a church. It's some kind of an organization that calls themselves a church. The only thing that we can do for homosexuals, and God has them condemned right here, is to pray that somehow the Holy Spirit will be able to open their hearts and minds to the truth of God, that they might be saved. But that goes for the whole world's population too. We can't reach them. We can't get out there and find everybody that's lost. We wouldn't have far to go. But we can surely pray that those who we send, missionaries, can reach a lot of them. We can pray that those of our people who do witness will have such a message and a witness that they'll pay close attention to it and have a desire in their hearts to know Jesus Christ as their own personal Savior. Here, when the Bible tells us that men hold the truth in unrighteousness or hold it back or put it aside, what comes to mind to me is Cain. The story of Cain, found in Genesis, the 4th chapter. Verses 4 through 7 pretty well sums it up. In process of time, Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering to the Lord. Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Now there is no doubt but what Cain knew the truth. He just pushed it aside. Abel knew it. Adam knew it. Eve knew it. Cain and Abel both knew it. They were sons of Adam and Eve. Anyone with a lick of sense would know what God required as a sin offering. But Cain didn't want to do it God's way. And that's what's wrong with the majority of people today. They don't want to do it God's way. If I can't do it my way, it just won't be done. That's their thinking. That was Cain's thinking. Sure did get him in trouble too. He was banished from the presence of God. Went into the land of Nod, and there he knew his wife. I tell you right now, it was a shame that 1 out of 4 people would rebel against God. I don't have any doubt but what Adam erected an altar somewhere there in the Garden of Eden. And he says, boys, God expects an offering from you, all right, but it's got to be an offering of blood. Cain said, well, I'm not fixing to kill one of my sheep, give it to God. I'll just take some of this corn or wheat. It's not nearly expensive as a sheep or a cow. It reminds me of a fellow when I was pastoring Rondo Baptist Church. They were trying to raise money to meet an annual payment on our new church building. Went to one of the church members. They just elected a committee of men, and they went around to the church members, and every one of them said, sure, we want to help, except one man. He said, I don't have anything to give to the church. And he had about 500 head of cattle out there. Pretty big farmer. One of the men said, well, you have all them cattle. Can't you sell one of them and give it to the church? He said, I bet I do. Well, he wouldn't give. Last night, that very night, God sent an electrical storm and killed about 5 of his cattle that was outside. Cost him. Just like it cost Cain, only Cain's loss was much worse. When we want to do things our way, we'd best find out if it's God's way. And if it's not, we'd better attune ourselves to God's words and let God tell us his way and then follow it. The wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men which hold the truth and unrighteousness. There's not a man in this world who couldn't know the truth if they wanted to. We're going to stand and sing.